Boy, do I have something awesome for you. We just got off a Zoom with some major leaders. We had some leaders that did business with the Tronbyte and with the YoCoin and with everything that Banerjee has set up in these years and validated every single thing. The millions they made and how this thing right here, what we have right now is a gold mine, a diamond mine. Let's say diamond mine, because not only is Tron only 6 cents right now, it has the opportunity to go up to hundreds of dollars and maybe even thousands. So if Tron skyrockets while we're printing Tron, we're really printing Tron on demand. Imagine what that can do for you. And we have an owner that's doing everything. He's not new to this. He's true to this. He's doing everything he needs to be doing. He's standing firm. He's standing up. He's getting leaders and pulling leaders in. People that I used to watch growing, coming up in this market were on this Zoom. I just was looking at the names like, oh my gosh. I remember following this guy into this. I remember following that guy into that. I remember following this guy into this. I remember following that guy into this. I remember following this guy. It was so many leaders that I've seen growing up that made me want to be an entrepreneur that I am today. So they are all now on this one big old team. So we're about to crush it. So it's up to you what you choose to do. Like I always say, do your homework. This presentation is going to be a blessing. It's like 30 minutes long, so I'm gonna stop talking. At first, I did a withdrawal so you can see it, but now you can just see my Tron accumulating because I just did it. But then my video started doing all kind of crazy stuff, so I just stopped it. So obviously you can see the my accumulation is higher than my last video. So you can tell that I took Tron out and put Tron back in. And you always make sure you keep about 200 Tron in your wallet. Keep 200 Tron. It costs 40 to 50 Tron to do a withdrawal. Then it costs 100 Tron to put the money back. So you always got to have that extra Tron on hand. All right, without further ado, I'm going to let you listen to the chief presenter over here with this awesome presentation.
Literally all over the world. We're happy for guests. We're happy for those of you that are joining us that are a part of Tronbyte. And tonight, or this morning, wherever you are, we're going to share with you what makes this project so exciting. My name is Jay Eldon, and I'm coming from you. Some part of the time in the year, I live in Bangkok, Thailand. Love Thailand. We can talk about that later. And then other parts of the year and other parts of my life, I live on the riverfront in Kansas City, Missouri. And love traveling. I've been all over the world and have worked with this team, the team that has developed Tronbyte. I have worked with before. Millions and millions of dollars we did together all over the world, from Hong Kong, Los Angeles, throughout the US, Africa, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, all over the world. Countries that you think about into Russia, you think about and don't think about. We did business with these gentlemen. So we are excited to be a part of this yield farming. You can earn up to 3% every day that you're active with Tronbyte. Active means you just merely make a contribution. You invest in one of these packages and you have opportunities to increase your income after you make that original investment. And we're already doing that ourselves right now as we move forward with Tronbyte. Let me tell you this, if you're brand new, you're in the right place. I always like to tell everybody, timing is everything and positioning is vital. You know, you want to get involved with something new, but you want to get involved with something that's already working. And, you know, success leaves clues, right? There's a roadmap that success has that you want to look for. And this is a company that has that roadmap. And that's what I'm going to try to present to you up front today. Sometimes these details are missed when people get excited about the opportunity and it's moving fast. You know, they kind of leave out some of the important details. So we're going to talk today for a few minutes. Hey, if you're on this Zoom, you probably know what the blockchain is, but I'm going to cover just a few points. The blockchain, really, we learned about it from Bitcoin. You know, there's arguments about whoever got that off the ground, the decentralized ledger, but Bitcoin is the one we all know about. Billions of dollars are done a day with Bitcoin, are traded a day, are passed around on a Saturday and Sunday. In fact, a Saturday or a Sunday, there's as much Bitcoin transferred as there is Apple stock on its greatest day. So I want you to think about that for a minute. A couple of gentlemen kicked Bitcoin off, and miners, data miners, and servers got it going. But now the speed of your cell phone and those billions of dollars in transaction make Bitcoin or Ethereum at any one time the biggest computer in the world. And what you see now, not only is it value trading hands, cryptocurrency, but intellectual property, patents, copyrights, just medical records alone, and stock transfers. And medical records is far bigger. Over the next couple of years, you're going to see with this new thing called NFTs, you're going to see medical records. You're going to see HIPAA, no need for HIPAA and servers and other things as this moves forward. So the blockchain is here to stay. These new innovations that's coming out right now in real time, billions of dollars a week as these new things are added, are just making the blockchain more excited and making the opportunity bigger. And right in the middle of that, I have this Tron blockchain mentioned, and I'll get into that in a few minutes. I want you to consider what we're going to say about Tron. And again, success leaves clues. And we're going to tell you some background on Tron that I bet you don't even know. Now, what makes this decentralized distributed ledger technology so incredible is that it doesn't need servers, and what I mean by that is that these transactions that are passed between parties right on top of each other. In the case of Bitcoin, when you transfer any portion of a Bitcoin, a Satoshi, or any portion of which, by the way, is 1,000,000 to 1 Bitcoins, any transaction that you pass between parties, 6 other transactions right on that minimum. So 7 transactions are processing at the same time your Bitcoin transaction is being verified. And Bitcoin is relatively slow. 12 to 15 of those transactions a second can ride on top of each other. Now, there's millions and millions of devices, so don't get me wrong, doing that every second as these billions of dollars are trading hands, but only 12 a second. Now, let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum is faster, but Ethereum is not tons and tons faster. You're talking about 30 or so transactions a second. In fact, I'm exaggerating how fast Bitcoin is because there's so much different with Tron. But Ethereum, again, has 143 transactions that ride on top of each other. Now, I'm not going to try, I know I'm confusing some of you, but it's just what makes this work. And it works now really without mining. You hear about Bitcoin mining, you've heard about Ethereum mining. Really, that's not necessary anymore because of so many people using it at once. They're a big, giant computer because of the computing power that all of our cell phones, all of our iPads, all of our Mac, all of these things together form speed. Now, Tron handles 2,000 transactions per second. I want you to think about that for a minute. We're talking about 10, 20, 30. Tron has 73 million accounts that are active. And I'm going to try to explain to you why we think you want to accumulate Tron. Whether you listen to this presentation and act on the information we're going to give you, I think you want to own Tron. And I'm going to, again, success leaves clues. And I'm going to tell you why Tron is such a hot, in our opinion, cryptocurrency to be accumulating. First, it's fast. Second, it's especially appealing right now to the gaming community, big time, because it's fast. And there's a lot of ways it's beginning to affect that community. And third, its founder, Justin Sun. Justin Sun is actually bought BitTorrent for $140 million in 2018. Now, why did he buy that? Because BitTorrent is an incredible platform for speed and trading transactions, trading information, and soon to be one of the biggest places in the world for this new emerging NFT market that we'll talk about in a few minutes. So you have something going on with the back end of Tron with BitTorrent that most people don't understand, even had any knowledge of that. Now, let me tell you this about gaming just for a minute. Look, gaming is so much bigger than the movies and so much bigger than music You know, a lot of times we talk about music. Well, music, by the way, did about 80 billion last year. In 2022, gaming will do a minimum of 300 billion. And look, we're talking about revenue gains. We're not talking about the billions of people that play the free games on the phone. We're talking about money being spent in gaming. And we're not even talking about the fact of what's going to happen eventually with virtual gambling and prediction gambling that is coming on as the biggest fundraisings and ICOs, etc. So this is a huge, huge market. 2.9 billion players are active worldwide. So imagine taking this thing called cryptocurrency, which is billions and billions, yes, billions and billions of dollars, and its value in any one given day exceeds $1 trillion. But get this, 2.9 billion players playing in this $300 billion industry that's just now being opened up and brought into this space called cryptocurrency and the blockchain. So there is so much potential and possibility over the next few days and weeks and yes, years, but this is happening right in front of us. And so we are pumped about what we see Justin's son doing. In fact, if you'd like to, I'm going to leave this up here for a couple of seconds. One, which Justin's son, you can watch this on YouTube. You'll see this young guy who, by the way, was one of the graduates of the founder of Alibaba's University, the master graduate, the first master graduate out of there. And what he is doing with Tron kind of behind the scenes, you know, years and years ago, I was a part of an industry called autoresponders, and it was my first real jump into global marketing. And in a few short days, we had well over 1,000 people. 2 weeks after we had 1,200 to 1,400 people, we had 6,700 people. I mean, the duplication was incredible. And this is pre-Facebook, pre-social media, pre-Instagram, all these, because we had a company that had vision and understood that commerce was being driven through messages online. We called it re-commerce, relationship building through commerce. And in that first year, $67 million had happened with that company. So again, these signs are right here as it's applicable to this emerging market that we're going to talk about in a couple of minutes, and this company that you're positioned to be a part of by being on this Zoom, or you already are a part of, because inside of Tron, they already have their own NFT hub that I guarantee you most of you don't even know. They're already, and Bitcoinist is writing up just literally in the last few months what's going on over there as it applies to NFTs. And we see this market as of January 22nd, the last week, the week before the last week of January, NFTs did $4.7 billion in sales. And you say, well, why are you sharing all of that with me? Because in that, when we did that, when I was a part of that business that was in autoresponders, it was picks and shovels for businesses. It showed businesses how to go online and produce a following and deliver a message, which is now social media, by far social media. So that's how you deliver a message today, YouTube, etc. Well, guess what? That's what Tron's positioning itself to be in this emerging market in NFTs and data storage and gaming and speed. You see, if you look it up on BitTorrent, you'll see names like Google and Netflix and others who use BitTorrent to boost their speed around the world. So a couple of other signs that I want to talk about just for a minute. So what has happened with BitTorrent over the last few months is that they have taken the coin they were rewarding servers, just like Bitcoin farming and Bitcoin mining. They've done this within BitTorrent, and they changed the coin that they rewarded these servers and these server centers and server farms, and changed the coin and burnt the old coin. 500, if you look here, 525 million of those, and they've traded them into a new coin at 1,000 to 1, and they've created 65 million new accounts to help make BitTorrent even faster. Now, why am I saying all this? Well, I'm going to tell you why I'm saying all this. Look, as you know, over the last few months, unless you've lived in a cave somewhere, and some of you on this Zoom are going to say, hey, man, this is over my head. It's too much details. It's okay, but I'm trying to get you to listen to the drumbeat and take the time to do the simple things to engage in this opportunity that's being presented to you. So let me tell you this, over the last few months, you've heard something called Shiba coin, okay? If you were to put $100 or so in Shiba coin, 8 or 9 months ago, it's worth literally hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you would have put $100 or $300, as one of my friends did in Dogecoin, guess what? She got pulled out over $13,000 because of timing. Now, of course, there's some luck involved with that, no question. But what I want to share with you today is not about luck. It's about what we see. We see the signs that we saw as Bitcoin become adaptable and out in the public. We see the signs as we see Polygon and others, Matic and others using Ethereum to mint NFTs. We see these big growth. And we see right in the middle of Tron at 6 cents, 5, 6, 7 cents. We see Tron right there doing all of these things in the background that nobody's really paying attention to, and doing billions, yes, billions of transactions a day. Last couple of days, 2.9 billion transactions. So and tokens movement. So here's what I want you to understand is that you're in the right place at the right time to hear the rest of this presentation. And not is this just a smart contract called Tronbyte, which it is, but it's an opportunity for you to accumulate lots of Tron by getting involved the way that we're going to suggest, which we think has a huge upside over the next few weeks and months as all of these development that's going into it suddenly becomes a part of this new stage being set. Imagine it being a part of stock transactions, which we're going to talk about, and the global wave as the whole market opens up to these decentralized finance, DeFi. Why do I say that? Because it has to over time. That we are in an international world now, a global world, and we've learned that as we've watched COVID and we've watched other things, and we've watched seemingly the whole world get involved in what's going on in shipping and shortages and all this stuff that we've been exposed to now, how we're so dependent and so intertwined with each other. And let me tell you this, what DeFi does is it allows a finance market to never sleep. And so the blockchain is perfect for DeFi and the decentralized finance. So billions of dollars are going into this space as companies gear up to be able to do business day and night. What will the stock market do when it never stops? When you don't need those market makers, they're screaming, and you don't wait for one stock market to shut down for another one to come up, and the boundaries and the lines are gone. How does that happen? Well, that's what Bitcoin's shown. Bitcoin's shown something could be pennies and be $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 in value. And look, the reason Bitcoin will continue to go up over time, and yes, it will continue to go up, is because it's broken down into Satoshis, which is like 1 million pennies per Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is expansive, and Ethereum, when you look at the new terminology being used in all these new applications, GWI, GWI, a million of those in one Ethereum. And then you come down and say, hey, Tron don't need that stuff because it's so darn fast on its own. It's 100 times faster on its own. So we're pumped about Tron in this decentralized market. So because of smart contracts, what we're presenting you tonight is automated. It's instant. Those of us that's been in the direct sales industry around the world, and I've been in this industry around the world, produced hundreds of millions of dollars with the companies I've been a part of, both hard products and digital products. And I love digital products because it's instant delivery. It's instant gratification to the consumer if it has value. So what do you have value here with? First off, you're accumulating Tron, which I've tried to lay out in the beginning. I believe everybody should be right now. I think Tron should be a part of everybody's long-term financial objectives. And I think the more you look at it, the more you look at the background of it, you'll want to be. And the more you look at Tronbyte, I believe the leadership here is the team you want to be a part of in the smart contract. As you're listening to this story, does it sound different? than other stories you've heard about in this smart contract space? Of course it does, because it has an objective. It knows why it's chosen Tron. It knows that it's been a part of driven Bitcoin mining all over the world, different technology involved with Bitcoin mining over the world, token creation, and NFT study. It knows that already. So the point is that this smart contract gives you a way to have speed and transparency, trust. You don't look when you have a smart contract that has a ledger that's permanent, that's encrypted, that you can look at in real time as it grows. Those records are awesome. And then you can have instant deposits. After you start, you're going to see a deposit in your account in seconds. And as you add others, why would you not want to invite those you love and care about to learning and earning in this process and understanding this DeFi early on as the whole world adapts it over time? So this distributed ledger is easy to understand if you hang around long enough to get it. It's easy to get started, and it has a smart contract that takes the trust factor out. You know, years and years ago, as I got involved in Bitcoin, and I did it $227, the companies I was a part of early used it for transactions, used it for paying bills, used it for moving money. And what we learned early on is there was no comparison. We could get money to China in even if it was super slow in less than an hour. A bank's 3 weeks. We could get money to India without being to the exact penny on a wire. We could get money to Nigeria to help missionary friends and others, Cuba, etc. Early on, it was just amazing how then Ethereum came, and we began to learn about what smart contracts was, etc. But what Tron has done is opened this world up to the masses and said, hey, look, you can do this with a smart contract if you pick a creative company, the right company to be involved with. And that's what Tronbyte is. Tronbyte is yield farming, just like they've done data farming, and putting a program around decentralized finance. Look, they're paying attention to what Tron's doing with BitTorrent and NFTs and other things. And you're going to see this. You're going to see this process over the next few weeks and months. You're going to see this grow, expand, explode as you see what Tronbyte is doing around you. And you're going to see a force here as the story is told, and you're going to see opportunities because you come in, you join, and I'm seeing people today that's watched, wow, look at what I've accumulated, and are putting in more and more deposits as they move forward. And as friends and family join them, we're seeing them get involved more and more and more. I see today 40,000 Tron, 15,000 Tron, and we're not going to talk about that tonight. What or this morning, either wherever you are. What you're going to find out is you can be involved all the way in this for the $250 or so. Plus, we tell everybody, hey, get 300 extra Tron at 6.5, 7 cents. That's only another 21 to 30 bucks. So get 300 extra Tron. Have some flexibility when you get started to cover fees and other things. But we encourage everybody now. We want you to get involved in everything we're going to show you here in the next few minutes. But if you can't, start small, earn your way up. There's good, better, best. Start good, earn your way up as you go. So what happens is the force behind this company supercharges the story and helps you build with speed from the beginning. So this is totally open source, as we've been saying. It's 100% transparent. You don't have to trust each other. You know, when I would send products out, which I did, to stuff into Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, send stuff to the Philippines, etc. We never had to worry because if we used cryptocurrency, the trust factor was there. We had it, and we could send the product in real time. This is what happens here. This is instantaneous. It's fair to all members. The plan is open. It tells you exactly what you're going to get from day one as you start. So what I want to encourage you is I'm going to walk you through these 4 simple steps. 1, use the Tron Link wallet. I want to assure you, don't try to use another Tron wallet. You can use it, you can move it out of the Tron Link, but use the Tron Link wallet. Show your people the simple, proven plan of action. The first guy to make $100,000 a month in direct sales taught me that. And with that company I talked about earlier, He earned $1.9 million as we worked with him and others around the world, 192 countries. He showed the way with the simple, proven plan of action. And so we want to simplify it for everybody. Don't take your intellectual prowess and confuse others. Choose the Tron Link wallet. Use your cell phone. Use your mobile device. Don't use your browser on a computer, etc. Use your cell phone. And there's a reason for that. It interacts quicker. You're going to save yourself a lot of frustration that over the first couple of days here as we're adding leaders from around the world, preparing an international team in a big way. And you want to use your mobile device, your phone. Use your phone, use your cell phone. Choose the Tron wallet, download it there, and you're not going to run. I hear people, I see people in the Telegram thread for the company saying, hey, it's spinning, it's not loading. And that's because some permission based, on your browser. Use the Tron Link wallet on your cell phone from the first day. In fact, if you're getting ready to join this and you don't have it, you have one on your browser, on your laptop, etc. Don't use it. Put it on your cell. Believe me. Second, you log into Tronbyte.io with the referrer link that's invited you on this call. That's who you want to plug into. What you're going to find out over time is we're all farming and data mining together, Tron, and we're going to help everybody together. I always say, hey, boats rise with the ships. So we don't want to see finagling for this. Hey, whoever gave you that Tronbyte.io link, use that inside of the wallet. They're going to show you how. We have great videos coming live. There's already great videos. There's great people that's already been on YouTube. They got us fired up as the leaders of this approach and said, hey, we did millions and millions of dollars before. Why don't we team up? We think you like this. You're going to see what others are doing. And look, I've heard testimonies of faith and other things from some of you guys. Awesome. But again, number two is use the referral link. You'll see this in the next few days on videos that are coming live. Approve your payment. You got to have Tron in there. You got to get yourself some Tron. There's some wallets that we love, but again, your enroller should be able to share that with you right away. We'll give you some of those links over the next few days. But again, your enroller has invited you because they're engaged and active. So if they don't immediately know it easy, they'll go offline, and you're going to see these things opening up on YouTube over the next few days. And then start farming. Make your choice. You have three choices here. One is 2,500 Tron, and again, it's 7 cents, and I'm making it higher, and it is at 7 cents. That's what, $185. 5 is $35. 1,000 is $70. So together, again, you're looking at less than, say, $280 to do all of these right now. And let me tell you this. Here's what I say to people. You see these combines out here running, and being in the Midwest a lot of my life, I've been around this hay and baling and combines, etc. Hey, you know what? There's a time for the harvest. If you don't get out there, things change in the harvest. Too late, it's too wet. Later is never better. So right now, again, what I encourage you is to act on this from just the standpoint of what we said about Tron early. Look, if all you do is accumulate a bunch of Tron over the next 3 or 4 or 5 months, as this company grows, and it's going to grow because it knows why it's here. And if you accumulate just that, you're going to love the fact that you're on this presentation and you see that background information. Let me tell you something. Every time I hear one of these guys on one of these financial shows, I don't like Bitcoin. I prefer gold. And I want to say, are you nuts? Are you nuts? Would you take because more billionaires, period, not with network marketing, not with direct sales, more billionaires have been made with Bitcoin than any other vehicle in the world, times a ton, times better than any company, Apple, Microsoft, etc. Not even close. And most of those were lucky. And right behind it is Ethereum, with all these different coins. And Ethereum is so much broader based and so much wider. But let me tell you something. Right behind that comes Tron in the fact. Look, as you see prediction apps, and you see sports betting legalized, and you see all of this happen in real time, you're going to see Tron explode, and you're going to be happy. You may do other things, but you're going to be happy you were a part of this. So let me tell you what happens for referring others and telling others about this. 9 times out of 10, you're on this Zoom because somebody referred you here. So here's what happens. This is real simple. It's a simple unilevel plan that goes 15 levels in deep. Now, most of you are going to say, hey, look, Jay, most people come in the first 4 or 5 levels. You know, well, yeah, in most things. But this is global. This has a bullet reach. As it goes out, boom, it echoes out. Bam, 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 bam. I love the story of light. And I don't know if you've ever studied it, but light is still growing, by the way. The Hubble telescope proved that. Einstein thought it was other, but it's still going. The light is still going. The speed of how light expands is incredible. And we are hooked in to a 2 billion plus transaction company that everybody thinks is this little coin, and don't get that background that I just shared with you. This isn't Dodge. This isn't Elon Musk saying, oh man, I might like that coin. No. This is something in real time, setting up its future with BitTorrent, etc., for the whole world. You know, when I hear China attack Bitcoin, well, what's going on with Vietnam? What's going on with Thailand? What's going on with these other companies? What's going on with South America, all throughout Central America? What are they doing? Embracing it, because it gets things done in their country in a simple, easy way. And what's going on in the US? Well, we see trading funds and arguments and whatever. And in the middle of all that's Ethereum just blowing it up with NFTs. But guys, don't miss what Tron is doing. This guy is a smart young man. And I think the more you study this, the more you're going to be happy that you're looking at Tronbyte right now. So here's what's wild. Your 90-day earning potential, if you join at that avocado farmer level, is for one referral that does that. And every 1 Tron that you put in there, you have 20.7 Tron at the end of that 90 days. I want you to get that for a minute. So what does that mean, Jay? Well, here's what it means. It means that you're going to want to accumulate. You're going to want to add. As you receive rewards, you're going to want to plow back in. You're going to want to get more people involved, more friends and family, more of them. And you got that 15 levels in depth that will continue to feed a Tron and through the Tronbyte smart contract. And we're going to show you how to track it. You're going to see it growing in real time. Here's what I want to encourage you on. Don't wait. Start farming today. You're plugging in to a data farming company that's done this before. Like I say, success has signs, and these guys have done it, that they continue to do it. And as you look at this, look at this presentation. Look at the storyboard. Everybody's about the hype and the opportunity. And brother, I'm about it too. But I know what you need for longevity is the back end. Why are we here? Because as long as these contracts are active and live, you're going to be accumulating Tron, and Tron's going to do its job ahead of us. So have you heard this before? By the way, I just asked you, did you have any of that detail up front before you got on the Zoom? I would say most of you, no, you didn't. There's several questions I could ask you right now. Did you know this or know that? That's not what we're trying to prove today. We're trying to say, hey, third-party validation beats conversation any day. Validation beats conversation. And that's why we're focused on Tron. So you've got three options: rice, strawberry, avocado. If you can do it, we don't want you to risk limb or food or family, but if you can do it, do all 3 of them. We encourage you, move now. There's, get started today. There's no better time. That puts the gas in the engine. Hey, gas costs more today, does it not? You want gas in the engine before it moves. You want to be getting your Tron now. You want in these packages right now, because I'm showing you the signs of what is coming in movement. Not because of just speculators' mouth, because of sound things going on. When you look at those burning of that BTCC, you see that new coin coming in and encouraging all these data people. Why? Tron's already doing that over 2 billion transactions. Why? Because they're even speeding it up because they want to dominate NFT gaming. They want to dominate NFT videos and movies. They want to dominate NFT music. You didn't even know that minting site was there, which we can talk about later. You go mint your own picture. So as an NFT. And by the way, that's the future of NFT is real life, not just entertainment. Again, all these different legal documents. So please get with the person that invited you on this Zoom. We're going to have all kinds of information coming at you over the next few hours and days as we give you the sites where it's easy to get started. Don't throw up your hands and say, wow, that guy talks so fast. And you know, I don't get it. Get it. This is the time. Don't wait. What you want to?
Okay, thank you.
You want to look at what's your savings rates, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to. What is it? Nothing. So do something about that. Refer others. Get people excited. Learning is fun. And when you earn behind, we're not asking you to buy training, by the way. We're giving you this all for free. We're saying get involved with this smart contract. Get involved with these decentralized finance right now. And the company, the founders, the promoters are going to drive and steer this. Get gas in your engine today while it's still less. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. And for the company, Banerjee and others, thank you. All right. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of this Zoom from all over the world, literally all over the world. We're happy for